Thank you for tuning in, and we are looking at The Plan. The Plan was created by Dimbo Atia and Karachi Atiya, husband and wife, in the same series again, creating this particular series, The Plan. It was written by Abiodun Cassandra, and the executive producers involves both Atia, Karachi Atiya, and Dimbo Atia again, with Rahama Sadao and Safina Mohammed. It was shot in Abuja, and it runs for about 3 hours. If you want to watch this series on Netflix, it has like 3 hours to watch from episode 1 to episode 5. The Plan is a 5-episode Netflix miniseries that revolves around a lady called Karama, whose husband supposedly left her with huge amount of gold, but she couldn't handle it alone and told the husband she had to involve her friends. But then the friends later betrayed her, leaving her with that situation of handling the whole mess of betrayal, right? The movie is all about betrayal actually, though the producers placed it in a game format, chess game precisely, where everybody care about only what will benefit them, but pretending that they care about the next person close to them. The movie had Rahama Sadao in the lead character of Karama, with Mofe Duncan as Nelson, Paul Sambo as Tanko, Rosimura as Atika, Onyinye Ezekwe as Mairo, Yakubu Mohammed as Nasiru Koda, Victor Deka as Baba Joda, and a special guest appearance of Nuhu as Alhaji Madugu, with a bunch of other good actors. All actors had plausible performance, I can say, for this particular series. All actors had plausible performance. Rahama Sadao in that character of Karama was actually good. She had that believable performance of the lady whose husband left her with a huge responsibility but faces disappointment from her friends, betrayal from her friends, and at the same time even from the husband later on that she found out. Alinu's performance in the character of Alhaji Madugu, to me, it looks a bit weak, especially the scene where he faked his heart attack. His panic before the incident of the heart attack was not convincing for me at all. Don't get me wrong actually, Alinu is a great actor. Remember that he brought Rahama Sadao into Kannywood in 2013. So no doubt Alinu is a legend and we all know this. But looking at his performance here in this particular film, Alinu's performance was a bit weak, and to me, it wasn't that plausible. The performance of Mofe Duncan, Paul Sambo, Onyinye Ezekwe, Rosimore were all good actually. I see a pattern of casting that is playing out with Rahama Sadao, Mofe Duncan, Paul Sambo, Yakubu Muhammad in this particular series and in Sons of Caliphate, as well as War, Wrath and Revenge. These guys were all in Sons of Caliphate, and they were also all in War, Wrath and Revenge, and their performance were similar. The performance they did here in this particular series was similar to what they did in Sons of Caliphate and War, Wrath and Revenge. So I think that it's because of Dimbo Atia. And Dimbo Atia, maybe after producing that series, Sons of Caliphate and War, he decided to pull these guys in here and say, it was like, hey guys, I have this idea, let's just shoot it out. I think that's what happened. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. But these guys were having the same type of performance in The Plan as well as what they did in War and Sons of Caliphate. And in all these movies, I feel weak to say that Mofe Duncan had the same performance mask on him. Even the movie Ile Owo, House of Money, actually, that's the interpretation, he had the same look and performance resemblance. His rich touche performance is becoming like his personality actually. I would really love to see Mofe Duncan perform a different role, like a character that depicts a hustler in the northern part of Nigeria. I would really love to see Mofe Duncan do that. With regards to performance of actors in this particular series, they were good. Only for some few performance glitches from the character of Alinu there. Apart from that, I don't see anything wrong there. With regards to cinematography, camera shots, angles and establishment were all good, but it could have been better actually. And lighting was good. Wardrobe was actually excellent, just like what they did in Sons of Caliphate. I think there was a copy and paste of costume and all of that in this particular series. So they had good touche representation of those rich men, right? It was all good. My observation in this series is that the storyline was a bit weak and confusing. It started off with a good establishment but got mixed up along the way in the middle due to the games the writers were trying to play with our minds, we the viewers. So first of all, let's look at this. Atika gets to Boka to get a charm against Karama. Yes. Making us believe that the charm worked on Karama. Yes. However, later on, Karama comes back to ask for her gold from Atika. What happened? Is it that the charm didn't work again? Again, Atika's spiritual sickness, how is it of relevance to this particular series? I don't just see the relevance of that spiritual sickness that they were trying to portray in this particular series. Another one is the Nelson's betrayal part. How does it affect the original story of the gold? Again, AK's hunger for money and growth. That guy was just a youth and he had that hunger for money. He wanted to grow and he wanted to affiliate himself with people around him. And I think that it's one character that depicts reality, what the young guys today are facing. And they want to go close to people who have made it. Like they say, follow who know road. The grandfather is not to be left as a righteous person, because in as much as he's trying to hold on to his legacy, he did not lead his son right because he wanted his son to end up like him, which doesn't just make sense. So there's no part of morality that would tell me that Baba Joda is doing the right thing to this grandson. Also, not development of how Nasiru Koda and Baba Joda are related to that person they said they were related to. I mean, there's not any development. And even when they said that person is actually related to those persons, there's no flashback to establish that fact. So at some point, it's just, I say this and you have to accept it. At least show us, right? Another one is no backdrop to what happened to the original owner of the property. Or can I say the original boss of Alhaji Madugu. So the writers were focused on confusing us instead of making the storyline become complete. That's what I can say. So in conclusion, the plan is yet another film about greed and betrayal. Just like Sons of Caliphate and its sequel, War, Wrath and Revenge, this particular series tried to tell how Karama remained at the top of her game, irrespective of the challenges of the betrayal surrounding her through her friends and even her husband. In as much as the cinematography, the wardrobe, and the production value in general was good, the storyline was a bit confusing and weak, and it had a lot of questions that needed answers. Guys, thank you very much for being with me to this end, and as always, I am GK. Please, if you're not subscribed, consider doing that below, and if you like what I'm doing, please and please click the like button below. Thank you very much, and see you in my next movie review. Salute.